and I'm so pumped and excited for you. Let me welcome you to the MBR family. I'm gonna go over all the at-home. My first recommendation is the first time you go to shampoo and blow dry your hair, I want you to set like 2 hours. That sounds like a ton, but you are getting a lot more hair added to your head today, and the last thing I want to happen is you go and shampoo your hair for the first time and be in a rush. The first 1 or 2 shampoos, literally I want you to put it on your calendar and have like an appointment with yourself. After your appointment today, you're gonna get this bag, and I'm gonna go through everything that's in it. First, you're gonna get a detangler brush, and this brush, I want you to use it to brush your hair and your MBRs. So when we are brushing our MBRs, I want you to hold your hair in a ponytail, start from the bottom, and work your way up. You want to hold this tight so that if you're brushing aggressively, you're not putting any stress or tension on your natural beaded rows. They are attached to your hair. If you go and yank them really hard, create some damage. So just simply hold it here, work your way up. You can be aggressive as long as you're holding on firm here, and just listen to your body, your scalp, your hair's gonna let you know being too rough. You can take the brush and just run it through. Just make sure that you're not catching it on your row, especially as your rows, after a few weeks and your rows are growing away from your scalp. Fs that I'm using on your hair today, they're hand tied. So each individual strand of hair is laid on this seam. It's little hairs. That's the little hair that's flipped over the seam. It's not breakage. Some people think it's breakage. It's not breakage, but it means that the first inch of this weft is a little thicker. You definitely want to get in there and use your comb and brush and just make sure that the weft's even all the way up to the seam, that you've gotten all the knots out. So I recommend brushing before you get in the shower. The hair is easier to manage when it's dry versus when it's wet. When you get in the shower, you don't want to take your hair and like shampoo like that, okay? You're just asking for like a rat's nest. Let the hair shoot down. Take your shampoo and you're gonna find your first row, like here's mine. You're gonna take your shampoo and shampoo the top of your scalp and the sides. Then you're gonna take a little more shampoo and you're gonna go in between your 2 rows. Just feel around. You'll find your top row and your bottom row, and make sure you get in there with the shampoo and conditioner. Use the pads of your fingers and wash your scalp and your hair in between the rows. And then get the bottom. If you're wearing 3 rows, do the same thing as row 1 and 2. I'm not wearing extensions. I usually do not pull shampoo through all my hair, but because I'm wearing natural beaded rows and I only wash all of it once a week, I do then take shampoo and work it through my hair, and that's just the life out of your hair. Your natural beaded rows are gonna pick up lint and dirt and all kinds of stuff, and just throw some shampoo through it just to rinse everything out, any buildup of products, anything like that. Then you're gonna go in with your conditioner. The shampoo that you're getting today is the Unite 7 Seconds shampoo and the Unite 7 Seconds conditioner. These are 2 awesome shampoos and conditioners. If they're too weighing on your natural hair, you can definitely wash the top part of your hair with whatever you've been using, as long as you're happy with it. But use these when you're washing the extension hair. The extension hair and your hair are 2 different fabrics. The extension fabric needs these. It's got the right amount of moisture to take care of your extensions. Then you just go through and do the same thing with your conditioner. Natural beaded rows need a ton of moisture, especially out here in Colorado. It is so dry, and so we also have to take our climate account. And I also retail the Wella's Oil Reflections mask. I highly recommend getting that today. It just gives the extension hair even more slip. When you get out of the shower, go ahead, towel dry your hair. I'm wearing 22s. This hair is long and heavy, so when you're in the shower, the hair itself is long and heavy, but when you fill it up with water, it's gonna be that much heavier. So sometimes in the shower, if I can just feel like, oh my God, this is heavy, I literally will sit it on my shoulder like that to make sure that like I'm not putting too much pressure on where it's connected. When you get out of the shower, if you feel like your hair is still really heavy, take a towel, make sure you wring out all the water, and then take a towel, much moisture out of your hair as you can. You can also go through and just rough dry your hair to get some water out. That helps. And so when you get out of the shower, you're gonna take Unite 7 Seconds conditioner and just spray it. Haven't even brushed or combed your hair yet, just spray it. Everybody gets one of these clips. You're gonna find your own rhythm. I'm just showing you what works for me. So I like to find my natural hair, run my finger around, find my first row, run my finger along it, get out my hair in the front, and I will just tie my hair, natural hair on the top, up. So I just run my fingers around that row. On my extension hair, it's gonna have a little wave to it once it gets wet. The hair today is super straight. Honestly, I don't even brush my hair. I spray in the Unite 7 Seconds Detangler. You're gonna get the U-oil. The U-oil is a must. I will take 4 to 6 pumps. I'll do like 4 pumps and I split my hair in half and I run the U-oil through the extensions, and then I'll take more pumps and run it through this. U-oil can be put on the hair wet or dry. You get out of the shower, you put it on that wet hair. It's gonna make life so much better. U-oil it coats the hair, it helps moisturize it, and it also just gives your hair the slip that it needs. We now have long hair, both long hair, we call them long hair girl problems. It gets knotty, and so you really want to get that U-oil in to get that slip in the hair. At this point, I still don't even blow dry my hair. I take it a step farther, and I will put in a product to protect my wefts even more. Heat, because usually I blow dry mine, and I hit them with a flat iron. So my favorite thing right now is Blow and Set by Unite. Take this because I tend to curl my hair and I like to keep the curls in my hair. Blow and Set has a curl memory, so it will help your curls hold the curl pattern that you put in, but it's also heat protectant, and this is what I put on. It's water based, it feels real good, it's not sticky, and I will take that and I run it through my hair. Then I just let my hair air dry. I walk around, I'll give the kids a bath, whatever, just spend time, because it is a lot of hair, and if you go and blow dry it right when it's soaking wet, you're going to be blow drying for a while. So just let it air dry, and it's less heat on your hair. Then when the time comes to blow dry my hair, I've already got it clipped up once. I take my thumbs and I find the bottom of my row. And this is all my natural hair. Always asks me how long my natural hair is. And this is all me. Look at that skinny little hair. It's like the one thing on my body that I want to be big and full, and it's skinny and weak. So you can see I found my bottom row. I pull this out. I will rough dry all my hair once it gets like almost as dry as I want it. And I will pull this row out. This is when I take my wet brush, and I will finally take a brush to my hair. I brush it out and then I blow dry it. And I blow dry my hair by sections. That's what I find is easiest. So I blow dry my natural hair. Then I take my clip out and I drop the first row. I clip this on my head, and I will brush my hair, get the knots out, and then I take the brush and run it through. I find the natural beaded rows are so much more manageable if when you blow dry your hair, you start with 0 knots. So brush out all the knots like this. And then when I blow dry right at the end, when my hair is like 95% dry, I take my dryer and I put my brush in to smooth the hair. This will really help get out those knots. You'll just have a way better experience. So do it like that. I split the hair in the back and I do this side and then I come over here, brush all the knots out, and then I take my brush. You get the picture, right? Get this 100% dry. And you'll see, like after you do it a few times, you'll see like right now the hair's not sticky. It's nice and smooth. Then I bring down my next row and I kind of split it so I have it on both sides. I brush it, take the brush through, get it all dry, and then I drop this clip that has my own hair. And I blow dry and style this. Now, naturally, I have fluffy, frizzy texture, kind of like Jesus. So I don't use my wet brush when I style my hair up here. I use a boar bristle brush for me because I have to pull out the curls, like kind of stretch it. If you have curly hair, you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you don't have curly hair, just ignore me. People with fine straight hair like to use the ceramic brushes. The difference between this guy and this guy is this is a boar bristle. It will kind of grip the hair if you have to gently stretch out some curls. If you don't have curls or frizz, a vent brush is amazing because the air can pass through all the holes and the brush heats up. You'll blow dry your hair faster. This front section right here, when I get out of the shower and I section everything up, I will usually take my bangs and blow dry them. And I keep these everywhere in my house and in the salon. They're Velcro rollers. I blow dry this because, like I said, I have that funky texture, but even women with fine straight hair, this will help too. If your bangs dry without you directing them, they will just dry however your hair wants to fall that day. And my hair is like this. So I like to carve out my bangs when they're wet, and I will rough dry, and I rough dry it this way, and I rough dry them straight, and I rough dry them to the side. And that just helps create movement. So no matter how I want to wear my hair, I can get my bangs to kind of lay the way I want them to. And then I take my Velcro roller and I put my bangs like that while everything else is soaking wet, and I just walk around the house like this. And this is literally, it's not to add volume, this just to keep my bangs out of my eyes because it would get annoying having hair hanging in your face. So I walk around like this. I look crazy. I don't care because when I take it out, my bangs usually lay the way I want. When you take it out, just go like that. And this way it keeps it out of your face when you're blow drying the rest of your hair. That covers the shampoo and blow dry. I really recommend natural beaded rows are amazing. It's real human hair. You can use a flat iron, curling iron, you can use all the heating devices, but remember, it is real human hair. So whatever to your real hair, do to your extensions, but don't put a curling iron in your hair forever because it's extension hair. Like, your hair will dry out, and the hair is the most expensive part of the service, so we want to make it last as long as possible. Say purchasing a few products with thermal protection is way cheaper than replacing wefts of hair. Now, today, you may be getting anywhere from 12 to 22 new inches of hair. Make sure you watch candles behind toilets. When you're putting on a sweater and you pull your hair out, be gentle, like grab it and then pull it out like that. You just want to keep any kind of tension off the points of contact. Don't create any damage. When you go to wear it in a ponytail, I don't recommend a top knot and ponytail the first like 1 or 2 days of having your extensions. Can you wear it like that? Absolutely. But your rows are in nice and snug, and it might just be a little sore pulling it up real aggressively. When you do go to wear it in a ponytail, you don't want to go like this and like pull your hair up that way. I tell people to literally bend from the hip, which allows the rows to flip over on your head, and then you can scoop your hair up. So I'm going to show you. Flip over, bring all your hair over, and work like that. And then put it in a ponytail. So if you need to take a break and pause this video, go for it. I just do it so that I can make sure before you leave this appointment that you have all the information you need. And sometimes I'm so focused on sewing your wefts on or placing wefts that it's hard for me to kind of go over the at-home care while I'm working. So pause this anytime you want. You can come back to it, and if you have any questions, we'll cover everything at the end of the service. Got it in a ponytail. The way I place the rows is they go in like a horseshoe shape around your head. The bead that starts the row and ends the row, we refer to those as your anchor beads. You can feel around and find your anchor beads. These are my anchor beads. Now I have my hair in a ponytail. I'm gonna find my anchor beads and just go like this to loosen any tension from pulling my hair back. These extensions should not create damage. Where in the past I have seen some damage were on the anchor beads, and that can come from just pulling your hair back too tight. So if your row is in like this and you just pull your hair back, you're putting a lot of stress on those two beads. So just be mindful of them. You can wear a super slick back look and just go in and just, you know, make sure the tension's not too tight on those anchor beads. Since I had it in a ponytail holder, you're gonna want these nice big fat ponytail holders if you wear your hair up on your head. The skinny little ones, your ponytail might start out here and it's gonna end here by the end of the day. And since I'm on ponytails, I'm gonna tell you one more thing. For those who like to work out, this is a lot of hair. So I get asked a lot, like, what do you do when you're working out? My ponytail can't hold the thing. So when I work out, I put it in a ponytail. Sometimes if I know I'm going to be running or doing burpees, let's be real, I haven't done a burpee in a long time, but if I was going to, I would get a ponytail holder like this, and I would tie my hair in a ponytail. Many times I'd make sure it's nice and tight. I would loosen my anchor beads. Then I literally will take my hair like that. Like basically you just put it in a top knot. Because when you run, the hair is swinging like that and it's just heavy. You're gonna have like a super duper hard workout, sport something like this, or wear it in a low ponytail, and either in a low ponytail or like a low bun. Can you swim with natural beaded rose? Yes. If you're getting in chlorine, the chlorine's gonna react to the natural beaded rose the same way that it reacts to your own hair. So what I recommend is wetting your hair down, because your hair is just gonna wanna soak up any moisture. So allow your hair to soak up nice moisture instead of chlorine-y moisture. And then I would take it a step further and put some conditioner in my hair just to really block out the chlorine. I would also get a clarifying shampoo. Unite carries the Weekender, and I would use that getting out of the pool, just because we're talking about chlorine. If you're in the ocean or the pool, don't wear your hair in a braid, just let it flow freely. Take your brush, your wet brush, and your detangler, because when you get out of the pool or the ocean, you want to brush your hair, get the knots out. The last thing you want to do is get in the ocean, get out, your hair's all knotty, let it dry, and then get back in. You're gonna start having like major knots and matting if that happens. Another big no-no with natural beaded rose is don't ever go to bed with your hair wet, like ever. Trust me, 2 times in the 2 years that I've been doing this, and one was a client that I didn't even do her hair, but I've had one of my own clients come back with like such a mat. We had to cut it out of their hair. Thank God I could get it out without cutting their own hair. And we just can't have that happen, okay? Because I'm putting these in for your hair to look great and feel great. And I also want your natural hair to stay healthy. I have to like cut the wefts out of your hair and cut your own hair. Chances are I probably won't take you on as a client anymore, just because I need people who are committed to taking care of the extension. Yuck, that's like, I hate even talking about that, but I just want to make sure it's clear right now, like just how to take care of it and how important it is to me that you have a good experience and the health of your own hair stays intact. In the summertime when you're wearing SPF, the blonde hair will absorb sunscreen and the hair can turn a salmony color. So if you are wearing sunscreen on your back, make sure to get your hair up. If you're laying out, get it up in a top knot, get your hair off that sunscreen. It will turn a salmon color and it will be a nightmare, possibly an expensive nightmare. So just keep sunscreen off your hair. If anything hurts or feels uncomfortable, if you have any questions, I always want you to call me. I'd rather you over call me than like struggle through a problem and let something small get out of hand. I am here to support you. I may not call you back right away, but I will definitely text you by the end of the workday to address anything. I'd rather you come in and we tweak something than like have something little get out of control. For sleeping, I tell people to wear their hair in a loose braid. Sometimes, like if you know you sleep on this side, put your hair in a loose braid over here. Put some U oil in at night. It might make your hair look greasy, but trust me, in the morning, your hair will absorb that oil overnight. It will be happy to have it. If you sleep with it in a braid, you can have a nice, loose, beachy wave going on that actually looks really cute and will prevent you from having to recurl your hair. That right there will help your hair last longer, the less heat you put on it. Like, I want you to have heat on it and play and have fun. Protect your investment. Anybody snatches you by your hair, you can have damage. We've had some clients whose boyfriends, this is like embarrassing to talk about, but I've had some boyfriends in the bedroom get a little aggressive with the hair, and we've had some bald spots. So I'm only telling you this to make sure that people around you know, like, don't touch my weave. I know it's embarrassing to talk about, but if I hadn't been through it already with some of my clients, I wouldn't be sharing it with you, and it's happened to a few clients. I like to schedule your first tightening service at 6 weeks out just to make sure everything's going well, and then from there on we'll schedule your appointments anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks. That keeps you out of the danger zone of breakage. The hair, we'll assess the hair every time you come in. Sometimes it may need to be colored, sometimes it won't. I'm always looking for any stressors that are being caused to your natural hair, and when you come in, I'll definitely address them. Make sure that your hair is going in the direction that we want it to. I'm going to be working on making more and more videos this year to support different kinds of braids, different types of irons, all that stuff. So check my videos online and on YouTube, and also let me know, like, if you're curious about any products or any of the irons, different sizes or whatever. I'm more than happy at each appointment to put in a different braid or put in different sizes and play and show you how amazing and fun these can be. I hope you are enjoying your hair. Like always, feel free to call or text me anytime you have questions.